It was me all along. Oh no, and now we lose everybody. Great. Great. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. Avandra. We could tank with Avandra. Him out here. We'll Avandra. You know what? We'll Ashara. Bond. Ashara Bond. Alright. What do we want first? We'll go up over here. Ooh, 9. Wow. A lot of stacks on a Avandra. Alright. I don't even know that stacks. It's just that's the number that qualify. Yeah, no, for each champion. Stacking multiplicatively, so it is. Alright, awesome. Shows you how much I use Avandra for anything other than gold find. Which is never. Which is never. Really, so far. I tank with the Human at high levels all the time. When if it's like a 3 champion frontline, Human's usually in it, and he lives because Briv is going to taunt away, and the health share keeps people alive. Okay, this is going to be it was me all along. This is a very unique formation, and we'll just save it so we can use it in the other tiers as well. Right. What do we get for BBEG? Oh, cooldown. Oh, ultimate cooldown. That's actually good for him, I will say. His ultimate doubles the number of corpses that spawn, and that's actually what his stacking buff is based off the number of corpses, zombies on the screen. So, and Crux is useful frontline DPS. Yeah, I haven't compared the two, but they have the similar kind of scaling. Anyone have that weird bug where the item however doesn't go away and sticks on your main screen? Only when I'm on the legendary forge. But yeah. Yes, but only when I'm on the legendary forge. In fact, I can probably reproduce it. You basically just hover over an item and then like you come off of it in some direction. One of the directions is, I think, is pulls it off, and I don't know. I run into that up with here, and it ends up being up in the top right hand corner, but it's only ever when I'm like on the forge. Like if I do this and then close it, sometimes it's just still sitting there. Off one's a good team to build around. I just haven't done it. It's one of those where it's like, it's kind of like the Nahara. I was going to build around Black Dice Society to do Strahd stuff. I was going to build around Awful Ones to do Witchlight stuff, and then I just haven't done that on my main account yet. No iron team. But there's an A which stands for Andrea. This makes me. Hold on. This is the best. I found it right away, too. I'm so happy. Hold on. Is this going to work right? I don't know if this is going to link right, but. That's my favorite response. That says it all. Oh boy. Turns out there is an iron team. We are not going fast enough. We are halfway through our potion. Go faster. Go faster. Yeah, that's the thing. You can, if you want more zombies from BBEG, you can throw Strongheart in and put Strongheart as an honorary member, and you'll get an extra, and you'll get one more stack of zombies out of BBEG. When BBEG launched, you could also buff it with Narak. They fixed that real quick because it basically created what we called thriller mode because it was just zombies everywhere. Just zombies, just constantly, just all of them. When you hit the ultimate, it just filled the screen, which I loved. But apparently the devs didn't, so they nerfed that through the ground. But you could still get an extra one with Strongheart. I presume it's V lurking rider. V is the kind of the partner manager. I presume she's the one that reaches out as well, but I don't know that for sure. That's probably a good question for Dev Insights. Like, who does the reach out, or is it that people reach out to them? And I don't know. Could be some combination of both. Well, Narak and Zorbu. Zorbu got a stealth nerf that people have just kind of forgotten about, I think. I will never forget. Call me Pepperidge Farm, because I remember. Also, my girl Ayla got a small nerf, but it was fine. She did get a small nerf, but yeah. Top right corner, move the mouse further towards the top right. Do I have to do this super slow? It's not working. Yeah, V. I know for sure V is the one that handles once they decide, hey, this is going to be one of one of the people in our game, that's V. V does that stuff from that point on. But I don't know if she does initial reach outs or what, or makes the decide. I have no idea. Hey, Harky, happy weekend. Hope you had a nice day. We did, because it's day 69 of this account. Just got to get that in at the end of the VOD, too. I think Ayla's survivability was hit pretty hard. I don't know if it was hit super hard, but it wasn't. I don't know. I didn't find it to be too big of a problem as somebody who really loved Ayla and used her all the time. I still use her all the time. So yeah, she went from being functionally immortal to only mostly immortal. Yeah, and that's fine. Well, Narak not being a DPS isn't the problem. I can handle Narak not being a DPS in the same way I handled it when Hitch stopped being a DPS. Hitch was originally DPS support. I got over that. I used to use Hitch as a DPS all the time. I could get over Narak losing his DPS. He got nerfed, though, on his values for Githzerai Focus, which is now Githzerai Focus and Githzerai whatever. Whatever his other one is that I never bothered to learn. And then he also got that whole ultimate mechanic. So he just basically, I mean, I know that his numbers went up, but he did take a hit to his numbers on Githzerai Focus. So his buffing of, positional formation abilities. It used to just be, he used to just buff all formation abilities as long as you met the qualifier. So he got a huge nerf there. And now it's just PFAs. And the value you could buff it went down, which they've never fixed either. And then they added that whole ultimate mechanic. And so many people are like, he's so big, though. He's much better than before. And when I ask them, I'm like, but his ultimate is non-functional. No, it's fine. You just stack it up. You just don't level him up that far, and then you stack him up, and then you're fine. They're completely, either they don't understand that he has a whole other ability to drop huge debuffs as well, and they're just ignoring it, or they don't care. And they're just happy riding out with half of his kit, because half the kit is bigger now. But I feel like you're leaving so much on the table. Like, even just sure, but we get a little bit of a debuff. That doesn't matter. It's a tiny little debuff, because that debuff stacks with the number of those of his ultimate stacks he gets too. So he's in a kind of a, as far as I'm concerned, a non-functional plays. Even if some people are like using part of his kit, but that's, here, let me go use half a champion. If you're not able to access the whole kit, then to me that's a broken champion that needs to be fixed. But I feel like CNE is just looking at usage numbers and going, oh, well, clearly it's fine because people are using them. Usage numbers are, and we found out like another reason that their usage numbers are flawed, because when we were talking about like, hey, can you differentiate between like, are they using them in background parties? And they're like, we don't differentiate that at all. But so many people park garbage champions in their background parties. Champions they're never going to use. They would never ever put in a party just for the buffs. Because there's a buff for the number of champions that you have in background parties that have a Modron in that party. And they apparently don't have any way to differentiate that. So their data's skewed as it is. And I don't know how to explain that to them in a way that they're not just going to blow off. Well, Narak isn't useful for Artemis teams anymore because because he used to buff way more than like buffing those regular abilities as well as the positionals was the key, and yeah. I don't know that I've had any performance issues. The only issue that I've had is the sticky card thing. Yeah. I think Strider, I think your autocorrect killed that. I think what you meant to say was Justin on Dev Insides. I understand autocorrect. Yeah, it's autocorrect sucks. I don't know. I mean, he's got Narak on his list to fix, and we'll see what happens. He knows it's a high priority for the community now. He's put it on his high priority list. So for every new patch, the game uses more and more CPU. I give that feedback to David. I don't know what to tell you there.